This movie made me laugh, made me cry, cracked my heart open just a little bit, and then gave it a hug. Welcome back to another video of Everything Movies. I am Jefferson Coe, and today I am reviewing Materialists. Before we move on, please be sure to drop a like for this video. It helps out a tremendous amount. Thank you.
Hey, are you single? I'm a matchmaker. Give me a call if you want to meet somebody.
I deserve someone who fulfills all of my criteria.
Nothing over 20 BMI.
Alright, so Materialist is a movie, it's a romance movie directed by Celine Song, and she also wrote the film as well. And it stars Dakota Johnson, Chris Evans, and Pedro Pascal. So this cast, for one, is like pretty amazing. They are all very, very good actors. Their performances like moved me, they kept me engaged. It like the pauses, their decisions in their acting was just top tier in my opinion. I mean, I knew Chris Evans could act. I knew he was good outside of just being a superhero. But shoot, you gotta see him in this. Like this one is really, really good. All of them make really good decisions in their characters, in the way that they portray their characters. As far as the plot of this film, it follows Dakota Johnson's character Lucy, and she is a matchmaker basically, and her whole job is to basically find compatible people, put them together, and hope and pray that they are a good match and get married eventually. And so you see her go from just being a character that is fully reliant on stats and statistics about people. Is this person too tall, or is he too short? Does he make enough money? Does he not make enough money? Is she working? Is she doing this? You know, whatever her clients bring to the table, she has to work with that. And her job is to help them find love. And throughout the movie, she learns that her job is much more intimate than she thought it was to begin with, because she views her clients basically as like numbers in the beginning. But as the movie goes on, she learns so much more about herself, about her work, and about the purpose that she has within her industry. And on top of that, there's a love triangle story in this movie as well. So she's not only is she trying to help others to find love, but she also needs help in her own love life, and whether she wants to admit it or not. But she finds herself in some type of love triangle mixed with somebody that she knew in her past, she's already had a relationship with, but they broke off, and somebody that she just met that seems to have everything that she's ever wanted in a partner. And so that's kind of like the romance aspect of the story. But for me, the thing that really stood out to me, and I'm gonna move on from the plot now, but one thing that really stood out to me about this movie is that yes, it focused on romance, but the overall messages that it told throughout the story about marriage, about dating, about singleness, about couples, it was a very smart film. It was very intellectual, and it made you think. Like for me, like when movies make you think, and not only just think about the movie, but think about yourself, that is something that not many films can do. For this one, it was definitely a good introspective film for me as someone in my 20s, and just made me think about my whole history as far as my love life goes, because everyone has a love story, you know, their own business. But anyway, it made me definitely think about what I have going on in my life, and it gave me a different perspective from different storylines and stuff. So like these characters, they're all in like she's in her 30s, her old dude was in his 30s, Chris Evans' character, and the new guy that she met, I think he was around the same age. I think he was older, but I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure he was around the same age as her. But yeah, it just definitely gave me a different lens, marriage, of relationships and dating, and just of life in general, and like what you really want, you know, as a person, and before you even become a couple, you know. So it's like, it was a very powerful, a very intellectual film, and I just enjoyed it like much more than I thought that I would going into it. Prior to watching this movie, I had only seen maybe one trailer. I just saw a lot of promotion on TikTok, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna see it. And I saw a lot of interviews with Chris Evans, Pedro, and Dakota Johnson, all in these different interviews talking. They weren't really talking about the movie. It was just, you know, kind of fun and comedic stuff that they would say in their interviews. But I'm so glad they didn't really talk, at least in the stuff that I saw, I'm so glad they didn't talk much about the movie, because I think it's something that you as a viewer should go watch and just, you know, just watch it and see how it like kind of affects you on a personal level. Like, yes, the movie, I honestly cannot relate to a lot of things that those characters went through, because I'm just not in their age range. Like, I'm much younger than the characters in that story. However, like, it definitely was still impactful for me at being at the age that I'm at. And so yeah, I highly suggest anybody that is old enough to watch this movie, because it is rated R, but I highly suggest you give this movie a try, whether it be in theaters or not. Like, I feel like I could have watched this, you know, in my room at home and just kind of like enjoyed it and still got the same type of emotional impact that I got while I was in the film. But I do suggest, like, if you just want to see it sooner, go watch it in theaters while it's out. It's in theaters now, so it probably won't hit a streaming platform until months later. But either way, I still feel like it's one of those films that will definitely get to you no matter what setting you see it in. Overall, I think this movie was a 10 out of 10 in my opinion. A 10 out of 10. Like, I just love when a movie can get you to really see life in a different perspective and to think about your own life while you're watching the movie. And my thoughts really didn't even distract me from the plot. It was almost as if I was participating with the characters and trying to like understand where would I fit, you know, in this story, not in the plot aspect of it, because there was much more to the plot. I didn't explain much, but there were some things happening that happened with her job, her clients and stuff. But that's not the main focus of this video for me. The main focus for me was the message of the film. And for me, I learned a lot, and I really felt good after watching this film. It really, once you leave it or wherever you go to see it, if you're at home or whatever, you're gonna feel like you watched a really good movie. And this was an A24 film, and I kid you not, I've been seeing a lot of A24 films recently, and I have not seen a bad one. Like, I really haven't seen a bad A24 film, and they have been on the rise for like the past few years. So I applaud them for making these down-to-earth human stories movies. Like, it's amazing what they've been doing. And so yeah, I highly suggest you go see this movie. Thank you. That'll be all for this review. Thank you for watching. Drop a like, subscribe, and drop a comment below. Tell me if you've seen this movie or if you plan on seeing the movie, and I would love to hear your thoughts about what you took away from the film. And as always, ring that bell so you will know when my next video is about to release. That'll be all.